In this video, I'm going to be taking you behind the scenes of my home studio to show you 3 cheap and simple video lighting styles. What's up, purpose-driven entrepreneurs? Matt Bigger here, empowering you to grow your personal brand faster with video. This channel will bring you weekly tips, strategies, and tutorials so that you can maximize your potential with video in less time. So if you're new here, consider subscribing. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to be sharing with you the #1 mistake that I made when I got started creating video. So we're going to be covering the 3 styles. The first style is flat lighting. Then we're going to go through Rembrandt lighting. And the third one's going to be a 3-point lighting system. The first thing you need to do is eliminate external lighting sources. I've turned off the monitors on my computer. The ceiling light is off. The desk light is turned off. Everything that is not the light on the camera has been disabled. And essentially, the reason why you want to do that is because you get more control over your lighting situation. So with the flat lighting, what's happening here is the camera and the light are both facing the same direction. I've got an aperture light sitting on top of the cell phone. I'll show you a couple clips of that. And it's on a tripod. Very basic setup. And you can set this up in minutes. So the benefits to a flat lighting profile are 1, you get to control the lighting. 2, it's really easy to set up. And 3, it's really fast. You can set this thing up anywhere. And so this could be a really good way for you to get started. You might notice in some YouTube videos, those ring lights, it's still a flat profile. As long as the light and the camera are both facing straight on like this, it's flat lighting. Now, that means that you can't control the shadows as much. And sometimes we end up with reflections and glasses, things like that with this type of style. So this isn't one of my favorites. I'm gonna show you the next setup, which is Rembrandt, and we're gonna pull that off with a single light as well, which is really cool. So let's check it out. Striking. I know it's just me here, but people say that on a film set so that people don't get blasted and surprised with a bright light in their face. So let's get started. This is the Rembrandt style. The light is at a 45-degree angle to my face. It's hanging at about a 45-degree angle this way. And I've got a softbox on the light to cut down on the harshness of the light. We're getting full lighting here on one side of the face and shadows on the other side. The signature Rembrandt style is this triangular shape on the opposite side of the cheekbone. You can check him out as an artist. He made it popular in all his paintings, Rembrandt, and it's pretty cool. It's one of my favorites. So definitely worth checking out. You can accomplish this with just one light, which is awesome. And the cool thing about Rembrandt lighting is you can actually get this style with a 3-point lighting system. So let's check that out next. So this is the 3-point lighting style. Right now we're only using 2 lights, the key light and a fill light. I'm gonna turn the backlight on later so you can see the difference it makes. So the key light is still here, 45-degree angles with the softbox, same brightness. I haven't changed anything here. I have introduced a fill light to my right that's just bringing in a bit more light on this side with the shadows. And the important thing with the fill light is to make sure that you're not too bright. You want to keep it at 50% brightness compared to the key light or less. And the reason why is because if you go too bright, then you run the risk of basically just creating a flat lighting profile. So I've adjusted my fill light. It's a little bit lower. I'm trying not to create shadows from my glasses and the lens frame, but you know, if that's not a problem for you, then don't worry about it. The point is you can adjust your fill light however you want, move it backwards, forwards to change the brightness, adjust the brightness, whatever you want to do with the fill light. It's just to bring in a little bit more lighting on the opposite side of the key light. So let's turn on that backlight and you can see the difference it makes. So this is what it looks like with the backlight turned on. You can see the books in the background are brighter, the colors are more vibrant, the wall is illuminated. There might be a bit more shadows on this side because of how I've set up the backlight, but that's kind of the point. You get to move the backlight around and then make adjustments. I'm gonna set it up differently so you can see what it looks like. Sometimes you might put it in the middle or off to the side, so let's move it here. And you can see the difference it makes. The biggest thing with the backlight is to make sure that it's not in the frame. So let's make an adjustment. And now you can see that this side's a lot brighter. So that's kind of the point. You get to move the backlight and the fill light around to control your lighting situation as much as you want. And sometimes people have like a white background with like nothing on it. It's not as interesting. So you could use a backlight with barn doors on it. I don't have that in my kit, but I definitely would recommend having it. I'm gonna get it eventually. And you can put gels on them, different color, transparent paper. You can get at the craft store to change the color. So you can shape your lighting and change the color of your background if you just have a plain painted wall. And that's kind of the point, is just to get started taking that imperfect action forward. I hope to inspire you to start creating your own videos if you haven't already. You know, invest in a lighting kit, whether it's just one light or a 3-point lighting system. This kit that I'm using is a brand called Newer or something like that. I don't know how to say it properly, but you can get it on Amazon. This lighting kit here was like 300 bucks or less, and it came with 3 lights, batteries for all of them, charging cables, light stands, like everything for under $300 is actually pretty cool. And I've been using them for over a year now. So I could vouch for the quality. I haven't had really any issues with them. You can control color temperature with them, but it's not as accurate, so that can be a bit challenging sometimes. But it's pretty straightforward, and it's a really good way to get started. So invest in at least one light if you haven't already. That's the biggest mistake that I made in the beginning when I got started making videos, is not investing in lighting. I was using fluorescent lights in offices and like outdoor, the sun, like all this stuff. It's like impossible to control the lighting, and I was just basically moving the camera around to try to find the right angles. That's not the best way to go, and you have no control over your lighting situation. You can use natural lighting, definitely recommend learning about it, but at some point in time you hit a ceiling and you want to learn more about lighting. The only way to do that is to have some kind of a lighting kit. And so that's kind of the point. Get started, you know, invest in just one light if you have to. You can get one for like 100 bucks. Try out the flat lighting or the Rembrandt style, and let me know in the comments below, which style did you like the best? Give me some feedback. What do you want to see in future videos? What will help you get started with video if you haven't already? What have you learned about lighting that maybe I need to know? So share with me your ideas. I am filming this with the Samsung Galaxy Note 10. It's been difficult. I've tried lots of different apps to get control over the camera. I actually probably would have had this video done faster if I had used my camera, but that's okay. I'm making a lighting video and I wanted to show you guys that you can get started and just take that action forward, because it sucks when you get stuck and you're overanalyzing stuff and you're not releasing any content, because you know content can grow your business. And so that's the biggest thing about, you know, all of this stuff is just get started, make your content, share it, do whatever you have to do, practice if you want to offline. But that's pretty much it for me. I want to thank you for watching all the way to the end. That's amazing. You guys are amazing, incredible people, and I hope to see you in the next video.